Welcome to Good Weather Gaming, where the weather is always good for gaming. I am the Good Weather Gamer, and I am bringing you StarCraft 2. This is a match between Millenium's Tarson and Acer's Bly. Millenium's Tarson spawning in the top right-hand corner, or the 1 o'clock position, and Acer's Bly spawning in the bottom left-hand corner, or the 7 o'clock position. Now, why did I choose to put this on my channel, this StarCraft 2? Well, there's a reason, and it's because I freaking love esports, and you should too, and this is why I'm bringing it to you. Now, these guys are both from Europe, and you might say, why should I care about European players? Well, it's because this game is truly global, and if you're not already watching it, you really should be. The pro scene is huge, and it is fantastic. It spans from Canada, with players like Scarlet and Huck, and Estoji. It spans over to Europe with players like Rhett and Tarson and Bly. And it goes all the way into Asia, where the Korean superstars reign supreme. People like MC, Nesty, who is competing in this tournament, and MVP, people like that. It's pretty awesome. So why am I giving you this introduction? It's because a lot of people that will be watching this video probably will not have seen StarCraft, or maybe they've seen it but they're not too into it, so I'm just going to give you that introduction. Assuming the worst, which is, of course, you're not already into StarCraft. That's terrible. What we're seeing here is a fast expand from both players, it looks like. Yes, a fast expand from Tarson and a fast expand from Bly. So this means that they're both going to be going into at least 2 base macro, but probably into 3 base from both. This drone looking to do some harass here. He's just going to try to force this SCV off the building process, and Tarson doesn't want that to happen, so he's going to harass the drone back and then repair this SCV here. Some good micro going on. Tarson pulling the drone, or the SCV, for only a second to reposition it, and now running it away back to his mineral line and continuing to build here. He's going to repair it, and Bly is just going to concede that with a scout. Going to see the gas, assume that he's probably going into a factory and into Hellions. He's going to continue a little bit of harass here, see what he can do. This is a little bit like, I guess, trying to put down the pylon if you're a Protoss player against a Zerg player, and not quite getting the pylon, but also you did manage to deny the base for a little bit with just the pro blocking it. Just a few seconds lost, but not much. We see that Bly's expansion is finishing up here, and he's moving into what looks like the 4 to 6 queen opening, because he's not taking this base yet. Though he has not taken gas either, so it looks like, yeah, he's probably going to be moving up to 6 queens and then adding gas for lots of safety and lots of creep spread, because Zergs are pretty creepy. That's what they do. They creep all over the place. This Marine's just going to be trying to take down this this neutral bunker, or this neutral depot, sorry. It does not belong to this Terran, so he says, hey, I can't use it, I'm going to kill it. Because that's the way the Terrans think. Moving in here just to see what he can see. Going to get denied by this bunker by the looks of it. What's he going to do? He's going to try to move in, and the supply depot is closed and the other supply depot is building, so that's denied. Loses a lane for his troubles. This Overlord here is positioned just so that he can see for any move outs. It can't be shot until there's a flying unit near it. And Tarson intelligently is mining at the close mineral patches to this bunker, making sure that no lings can get by. You see 8 drones coming out, no more lings on the way. There are 4 queens, and it doesn't look like he's going up to 6, so maybe not 6 queens. See if he takes his gas now, or if he adds more queens on, or if he adds expansion. Gas it is. Gas it is. Okay, so probably into Mutalists, maybe into Infestors, but he's opted for a much safer 2 base, saying, you know, I'm not going to give you a whole bunch of space to operate on to come attack me. I'm not going to make it so that I have to defend here and here and here. I'm just going to defend here and here for now. Make it easy on myself, get my creep spread up. And Tarson gonna move in, and he's gonna just check for the 3rd expansion, or sorry, the 2nd expansion, the 3rd base, which is just going down now for our Zergy buddy Acer's Bly. Almost called him Nurchio. Very used to saying Acer's Nurchio at this point. The Hellions are going to see this third hatchery. They're going to do a little bit of damage to it, but they're not going to be able to make it stop building. Their weapons just do not do enough damage against armored stuff, which buildings and armored units, they just don't do a whole lot of damage. So this hatchery will have less health when it finishes, but overall, not a big deal. More Hellions being added on. One thing he is trying to do is he's trying to bait these queens out. He's trying to make them come over here off of creep, fight his Hellions where he can scoot and do a little bit of damage to them and get away. And it looks like, yeah, he's going off creep now. He wanted to get all this creep spread going first, which I think is really intelligent. Saying, you know what, I have a pretty big timer on this hatchery. But what Tarson is doing now is he's just trying to conserve his Hellions, which this one almost got lost there. And he's just trying to kill this down a little bit, maybe do a little bit of damage to each queen, so that this Banshee right here, yeah, there it is going to do a lot of damage. That was a good catch. Moving into what looks like bio behind this, and there's a third expansion, which is going to be our third base. Which is, it looks like it's just going to be supplying the natural with SCVs for the time being. Doing some damage here. Spore Crawler finishing up to deny that Banshee. And these Hellions are all pretty hurt. Two of them not hurt at all, but I think he's just going to move back for now. Those queens there. Another queen on the way. This queen just spawned. A little bit of a wall off here, and going to make this wall off even a little more tricky with this here. Ooh, a nice scan, kills some creep. Opting to go for the alive tumors rather than these used up tumors, because he could have killed all of these here, but it's much more advantageous for him to kill the ones that can still spread creep. So that's what he did. Attack going on here, just see what's going on. Hey Tarson, you got any units at your base? And Tarson says, well, I have a few, I guess. So he's forced to repair his bunkers and just use these 4 Marines. It's now 6 Marines to repair it, or to repel it. And it looks like we're looking at Banelings coming in, and +1/+1 for the Zerg. And he's just started his Infestor tech, or his Infestor upgrade tech. We're going to be seeing a pretty standard mid-game from both of these players, moving into Siege Tank Marine. 1-1 for the Marines. Oh, and he's catching a lot of Hellions here. This is a big win for Acer. Acer's Bly. Leaving only one Hellion alive. And that Banshee wants to do damage, but he doesn't have Cloak. He can't kill 3 queens. There's no way. So now moving up to 3 base saturation. The Zerg is looking pretty good. And he's denying this 3rd base for the Terrans. So the Terran is actually in a little bit of a tough spot here. He can't take this base until this creep recedes. Creep is being re-added on. This is so good. It's something that I need to continue doing in my play, because this is tough to do once you've already established your economy and have the other APM tasks at hand and already have your queens allocated to other places. It's tough to make more queens and then continue your creep spread. Taking a 4th base, and is he taking his hive right at the same time? Whoops, sorry about the camera there. No, he's not taking his hive right at this time. Hasn't even started mining the gas there. Still moving up on drones and just taking his 2-2 now. Little defensive Hellion there. Army here, and just waiting for that creep to recede so he can take the base. We do have a missile turret up just in case there was a Mutos transition. Single missile turret. Not a huge investment, but you know, better than nothing, I suppose. These Infestors need to be careful from this Banshee, but they kill it with the Infested Terrans. These Infested Terrans, I found out the other day, they have the same DPS as a stimmed Marine? Is that true? What's going on there? I didn't know that. I was blown away by that. I do know they do a lot of damage, though. Anyways, here comes some drops. You're probably going to see this base and either drop on it or say, no, there's no drones there. I'm not going to waste this drop on a base I'm not even going to kill, which is probably what's going to happen. Yeah, that happens. So now he has the choice of this 3rd base or this main base, and it looks like he's going to go for both. Yeah, splitting up the drops here, I think that's probably the best idea, and moving in for that fourth base too with just a handful of Marines. What is Bly's response? Bly's response is to kill the Marines in the middle and lose a bunch of drones at the third and at the natural as well. Holy smokes, and now he's going for the Spire. Spire going down right now. Is he going to lose it? It's going to survive it. Dies. Alright. It's taken, in this confusion, he's taken this, and he's lost a whole bunch here. So I would say that Tarson's up by quite a bit, because now he has his established third base, and there's not a whole lot of mining going on over here. A whole bunch of lost drones over here, a whole bunch of lost drones over here, and that Spire is super delayed now. So what is this going to force Bly into doing? I think it's probably going to force his Ultralist play, which he's doing right now, but I think it's probably going to force him to fight with Ultralist for a lot longer than he initially wanted to. And Tarson is just looking in a fantastic position. His 2-2 is just finishing just as the Zerg's 3-3 just started, so he's pretty much right on time with the upgrades here. And his mid game's looking fantastic. But this, oh my, look at the creep spread. He's actually denying the fourth base with this creep spread at this point. And Tarson sees this and goes, oh, this has gotten a little bit out of control over here. Uh-oh, this isn't good. Continues with his drop as these Zerglings come by to deny that. Now these Terran units moving out to this watchtower are going to clean up these Zerg units. And this drop, which has been spotted, is moving in to the natural. Let's see. It looks to me like it's fairly well defended, but oh no, those aren't actually up yet. No spore crawlers up yet, just the lings. And that opens up a great timing for Tarson to attack the fourth. Holy, he's moving in here with what looks like 6 siege tanks and a lot of Marines. And these Marines, he's intelligently splitting them up and moving the front group forward to try to just have just enough forward to do damage. And now he's splitting this up. Oh, missed fungal there. Didn't actually shoot it, so I don't know if he was even looking there. He hits the fungal. But is he going to take the attack? No, he hits the second fungal. Loses the base, decides not to engage that army, which I think is probably the best thing he could have done. Oh no, at the same time he loses his Greater Spire. Ultras are popping, so he's going to have to fight on Ultras even longer. And oh, attacking his spawning pool instead of the Marines too. This is a big loss. This army looks pretty unbeatable at this stage as well. I mean, well controlled. That's a lot of infestors that he has, but holy smokes, he's moving up on this third base and he's doing a lot of damage to it already. But Bly is swinging around the side. He has Ultralists here, so this could be, but it doesn't look like a very big Zergling pack there. He takes the fight anyways, splitting up the Banelings to try to go after. Gets great fungals on the left side. Oh, and those infested Terrans landed exactly where they needed to, right beside the tank. They're not even in range to get they're only in range to get shot by the one tank. Takes out the one tank, buys time for the second tank, and moves into this big clump of Marines, which I don't think is going to go well. But a double, oh, that's pretty much as good as it could have went for him. Landing those 2 fungals, that was pretty good. And Tarson, with the spidey senses, goes, I know that you have another base somewhere, and I'm going to kill it. And he's doing just that. He's killing it. And I think that Bly is in a little bit of a tough spot here. That being said, this base still has not had the creep cleared out, so this is a terrible spot for our late game Terran. This is a great move in the mid game, but what does Tarson have in the late game? His army getting cleaned up a little bit, but I mean that's not. He's pretty much home now. That's not going to happen. A drop over here. Getting scared away. That Ultralisk. Oh, the Queen instead. Now the Ultras come in. Are they going to get 2 Queens here? No, they don't get the second Queen. Cleaned up, but at the cost of the Queen. This base really wants to land. It's like it's on a long car ride right now, and it's like they're stuck in traffic, and it really needs to take a crap really badly. Really, really badly. And it's like, please, can we just like go... we need to drive along the side of the road. And Tarson's like, no, we're gonna obey the law today. It's fine. I'm not gonna get arrested. He's like, God, I'm gonna poo my pants. Can't even morph into a robo command. Bly, looking pretty strong in the middle, even has a spine crawler there because of all this creep. It's just ridiculous. Cleaning up more creep over here. But this is gonna take a while to recede. Attacking the third. Decides to move back because of that position. That's actually a really scary positioning by Tarson there. Broodlord's being morphed in the middle for them. And Tarson coming back with a hurt medevac. Like a dog with a tail between its legs. Moving out with another medevac full of Marines and almost full on energy. Might be spotted here. And this is now the 4th base, which this would have been the 5th base, but this one got taken down, so I'm going to refer to this as 4th base. So a little bit of an encounter here. Looks like just some Terran units getting cleaned up, as you can see the bodies there. And there's the drop, and a direct, just end of engagement. Nothing happening there. Drop getting cleaned up. But this move out finds the Broodlords, which got left in the middle, and the Broodlords, I think, are... Well, one died, but the other ones are looking pretty hurt as well. Gaining health slowly. Oh, sieging tanks against the Broodlords. I'm not sure if that's the smartest idea, but he kills the Broodlords right away. Doesn't matter anymore. And Bly is forced to move back. This is looking like a pretty tense scenario for Tarson. He needs this base. This creep is just now receding, and his army is out in the open when it's over there. Bly behind this is jump-starting his economy that was really hurting. Or, actually, no, he's making corruptors now. I don't know if he has the gas. 11 corruptors, I don't know if he has the income to do this. He's taking a fight here, gets quite a few units, and lots of an Ultralisk and a few Banelings and Zerglings. Catches some more units here, but Tarson going in on this 5th base, or this 4th base I should say now. And Bly, what is he doing? He's instead going to attack the 4th of Tarson and finds a whole bunch of units out of position. Tarson can't afford to lose this because, well, oh my, he gets all the fungals on the bio and a little bit of a surrounding, 3 Zerglings, but those Ultralisks cleaning everything up. And what's going on here? SCVs just being sacrificed to the Zerg gods, I suppose. A little bit of Zerg bias in that quote, but alright. We'll go with it. Tarson just scraping together an army, but look at this. No minerals. So low on gas. This base just went down, but Bly already has this base back up. And because he was getting all his drones killed, look, he still has minerals here. He has a little bit of minerals here. But Tarson, look at this. This is ridiculous. Just now able to land his base again. And I think that Nurcio, or sorry, I did it. I finally did it. I almost said Nurcio so many times, and I finally actually said Nurcio. I think that Bly doesn't want that to happen, so he's going in and denying that right away. I was going to be morphing into a planetary. And Bly says, no way. Pulls the Ultras back. Nice little micro there. There's a few corruptors in there, but not enough to do anything, really. Sorry, Vikings. Tarson taking the high ground. More corruptors being added. These Broodlords don't care. They're getting shot at. They say whatever. Killing supply depots. What did the supply depot ever do to you, Broodlord? Those Broodlings taking a run at those units. They got a tank. Not too bad. Salvage bunker. Those 75 minerals are important when you only have 300 minerals. And your only mining base has just been lifted. This is a terrible spot for Tarson. He was in the spot in a position where he was ready to take another 2 bases, but because of that creep spread, he just couldn't do it. And now he's at no money, way too much gas because he just didn't have the chance to go into his late game. So all his gas income that he was planning on using, he never got the chance to use it. Now moving in with his final army, huge fungal on. Oh, that's not going to work out for him. Chain fungal moves the ground army back. Not even going to engage that yet. GG. Good game, Acer. Good game, Acer's Bly. And good game, Tarson. I will see you next time with the next game in the series. This is a best of 3 happening at IEM Cologne in the open bracket. See you next time.